Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Kristen and this is Growing Zone 9B, where we talk about everything from the garden to kitchen to mental well-being to spiritual health, etc. So today I want to show you guys my Lacto Ferment salsa that I make. I have some friends that are going to be coming over this weekend, and so I need to get this salsa ready. And as you guys can see, I have a bunch of tomatoes that we keep picking, and then I pick more and more and I share with people, and then I got more. So what a blessing to be able to have this wonderful abundance. So this is a super easy recipe. So you're definitely going to need to get your Redmond's real salt. We're going to need a fermenting lid. This is a mason jar one, along with a ring, because we're going to go ahead and set that on top. Make sure everything is super clean. Make sure your hands are washed. And we are going to use Old Trusty today. So you guys know that Old Trusty is my favorite little thing to use. And that's what makes this recipe so simple. So I've gone ahead and I've washed these tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is I am probably going to end up, I would say, as far as cups go, it's probably going to end up being about 3 cups total. You're going to need a quart size jar, so make sure that you get that washed and cleaned. I've already washed these and inspected them for the most part. I did leave some of the tops on them, so I have to get those picked off. But I'm going to end up doing, like I said, you can use any size. I'm using the sweet 100s because they are sweet and they are delicious. So yeah, so I'm just dropping them here in the mixer. This is one of the variegated tomatoes. Aren't they pretty? It's probably going to be kind of hard to tell. Oh, here it is. It's going to be kind of hard to tell, but you can see a little bit of variation in it. I think it's just really pretty and cute. I like it. So we're going to use some variegated tomatoes. Oh, this one's probably much more distinct and really attractive. What an attractive little tomato, huh? So yeah. All right, so like I said, so this is going to be about 3 cups. Oops, maybe if I don't put the tops on. So I hope everyone is doing very well today. So I have this new practice that I'm doing where when I have downtime or moments of like silence, so to speak, I am practicing major gratitude for people in my life and friends and connections. And so today I'm taking this moment as I'm working through these tomatoes, and my gratitude goes out to one of my beautiful friends, Amber, who is so kind and always lovely to me. And so I am sending Amber positive vibes and love as I am going through these tomatoes. It's always good to get positive energy out there in the world. So whenever you have those moments where you're just feeling like you have some downtime, then practice that. You know, when you're sitting in silence, if you have moments of silence, I think we probably need more of that in our life, is some moments of silence. We are definitely in a very stressful world. Everybody's got stress. I don't ever hear anybody say that they're without stress, because if you are, well then bless you for being without stress, and I'd like to know what you've done to eliminate that. So yeah, so we all have it in some way, shape, or form, no matter how big you get. You know what I mean? And so today I am actually going to be using my key limes to add to this recipe. So it's really simple, like I said. So if you're having to measure, which I don't ever really measure much, that's probably one of my downfalls. I'm gonna say that we need about 3 cups of tomatoes, maybe 4. I'd probably push it to 4 personally. So 4 cups of tomatoes, no matter if that's a large tomato or just these tiny tomatoes. I say that's good enough for now, what we got going on. Now you really want these to be super clean and washed, because a lacto ferment is going to be sitting out on your counter. You can use some frozen stuff. I've done this 100 million times. Obviously do your research. You know, don't just trust what I'm saying. I'm gonna put 2 cloves of garlic in there. Those just happen to be frozen. This is just my own personal recipe. This is what I do. So I also have some frozen bell peppers. I'm gonna throw those in there. I was gonna use the bell peppers. Well, I don't have any bell peppers right now, but I was going to use the habaneros, and I don't have any of the habaneros, so. My key limes were really kind of tough this year. Their outer skins were kind of like really tough. All right, and so I've kind of done my own little mix. Now you can add any herbs you want. So if I wanted to add, if I had some parsley in the garden right now, which I don't, I actually have dill and I don't want dill salsa. I could add some parsley to this. I could add some oregano. However you like your flavor, make sure you mix it up. But this is definitely going to require some salt because it's a lacto ferment. So this part's easy. So we've done basically tomatoes. Oh, I forgot the onion. Let's not forget our delicious onion. I have some white onion here. So we are going to use this white onion up. Now, y'all know that I'm a big onion fan. So you can never have too much onion. Onion is so good for you. It's so healing. So we gotta add a little bit of onion in there. Yeah, let's add some extra onion. Give ourselves some really nice breath. There's nothing wrong with that because this is all good. It's all good and healthy for you. All right, so I used about a half of an onion, and that was a fairly large onion. So do onion to your liking, whatever you want to do. And you're just gonna, now that I've got this plugged in and ready, you're just gonna pulse it. Well, pulse it to your level of liking. If you like a more liquidy type of ferment, then that's what you're gonna do. And that's kind of, I like it a little both. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. All right, so that is good enough for me, y'all. Check that out. Doesn't that look good? That is fresh salsa. We are coming down to the end of the week, my friends. So I'm actually gonna wait to do that. I should have gotten a funnel, but I actually don't even think that I have a funnel big enough for this. So we're gonna try to pour this in our quart-sized jar, and let's hope and pray that it actually works without me spilling it all over, because then I don't have to mess up another dish anyway. Yeah, that's nice. That's looking delicious. And I think this is probably going to take this jar right up to the top, because your enemy in a lacto ferment is definitely air. So keep that in mind. So if need be, we may have to get a puck, a glass puck, and put in here for ferments. But I'm thinking we're gonna take it right up to the top, and that's gonna be fabulous. This is so good for you. Ferments are amazing. They have good pre and probiotic stuff going on, and like I said, do your research, because you know ferments aren't for everybody, but I definitely notice a difference as far as like gut health when you start doing these ferments. So I think it's a probiotic that it really contains, but all right, lovely. Oh gosh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna need a glass weight. So let's go get that glass weight. Okay, so I have my glass weight, and here is where the salsa is coming to. It's really coming right up here to the top, which is exactly what you want to see happen. And voila, I put that glass weight in and pushed it down a little bit, and look, that liquid is just risen right to the top. That's perfect, because that's what you want to see. But before we do that, in order to make it a nice lacto ferment, I want to add a little bit of lime into it. So you're going to squeeze lime. Get that lime juice in there. And we got to do a little shake on this, because we also have to add our salt. Now the salt's really key to a lacto ferment. So, I mean, the lime's key in my opinion, because I love that key lime. I think that's really what sets this lacto ferment apart maybe from some of the other lacto ferments, is that it's got that nice key lime juice to it. Gives it some delicious flavor. All right, and so for a quart-size jar, I am going to use probably, and let me think about this. A tablespoon, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna use a tablespoon, a little bit over. Well, let's do a teaspoon. Let's do 2 teaspoons. I think, you know, like I said, you got to do your research. It's nice heaping. Nice heaping. All right, let me mix it in there. I was going to shake it, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, let me do a mix real quick. Really, how it should go, and I'm going to post the recipe as I post this on the website, so that way you guys have like some true actual measurements to go by. So it's going to be about 4 cups of tomatoes, which we already had talked about. You can do like 1 bell pepper. You can do some corn if you want to put some corn in there, and I would say the corn is just like 1 stalk of corn, like just 1, for a jar. That's a quart-size jar. And then you're gonna do don't forget your onion. You got to do lime juice, you know, just like a whole lime. I've obviously squeezed 2 limes because I like that extra, like, and then you're gonna do like 1.5 tablespoons of salt, because that's what's really gonna create this ferment. Now, you can do the ferment. Basically what's gonna end up happening is you're going to leave this on in a cool, dark place for about 4 days. Or you can go, I mean, it's got to be like a cool place, okay? You can take it all the way up to, honestly, like 6 days, but, you know, you got to be cautious when you start, like, jumping days. I mean, the ferment will start to slow down some, but you just don't want to get no nasty funk or something weird. So I like to keep it right about 4 or 5 days. For me personally, I'm probably good. Like, I like to hit that, like I said, 4 or 5 days. And then what you're gonna do after that is you can just put like a regular lid on, like one of the plastic lids that I've used before, and that the mason jar company actually makes. And I just leave it just like a little bit loose, so that if it does have some additional gases, which it really probably won't, and it gets eaten in my house before I even really have to worry about that, that this jar will not explode on you. That's really what you're trying to do, is make sure that you are safe when doing this product. So again, do your research. I'm just giving you my recipe. So I'm gonna give this a try using a clean spoon. I can normally just tell by taste, like, if this is gonna work. Yeah, that was a good amount of salt right there. So, I like it. All right. Yeah, that juice is good. Nice flavor. I love it. All right, so make sure that this jar is clean, okay? Wipe it really well. Probably should have not set that lid right there, but I sprayed the counter with Clorox before I even started this. So put that mason jar top on. Yeah, nice. And then I know most people would not say to do this, but I hold it, and then I'm just gonna kind of like shake it a little bit, like make sure it got shook up and all the salt got mixed in there. Cause see what's happening? Do you see the water's like the liquid? It's liquefying. All right, so I'm gonna write this recipe out for you guys in the video, so make sure that you write it down, so that way you can be following the steps. But my recommendation is of course, always do your own research and find out what works best for you. And then look, I still have a ton of tomatoes. So yes, and this is an entire quart-sized jar. I mean, this is gonna be delicious. So like I said, I'm gonna be leaving this out. We are going to be enjoying it this weekend with our friends. So that's what I said. Salsa around here never lasts. Most people would end up making this and like setting it, like doing the actual ferment and then leaving it for when you know, because you can go up to 6 months for as far as consumption, but like I said, it needs to be put in the refrigerator after, like, I wouldn't personally go past 6 days, but a cool dark place 4 or 5 days, and then put it in the fridge. You can take this top off and then you can put in another top and then you are good to go. So like I said, it doesn't last long in my house. I'm actually going to make one for one of my friends because she would like some of this salsa. So I'm going to keep at it, and I'm going to make a couple more jars, but just for educational purposes and just general knowledge about what we do. I wouldn't say it's educational. I would say it's educating you on what I do and in my life. I just wanted to share this recipe. I thought I had posted this out for you guys on the YouTube, and I didn't. So I tell a lot of my friends about it, but I obviously told my wrong friends. I need to tell my new friends on YouTube what I'm doing. So, all right, everyone, stay blessed. Bring much love and positive energy into your life. Love one another. Be kind. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks, everyone, for watching.